Update 2.0.1 buffed quite some premium tanks, and today I will show you the most important ones, let's say. For example, Tier 9 T3 Jäger finally received some love. This actually, to me personally, was one of the weakest premium tanks, or the premium tank which I honestly hated to play the most. In my opinion, it was absolutely useless. Like when it was first released, it was honestly absolutely useless, and Wargaming decided to buff it quite a bit. What they did was dispersion during movement, and also on hull traverse was buffed by 33%, so that is a huge buff actually to that. To the dispersion, you know, when you move and when you turn your hull, your aiming circle doesn't go as big as the moon, basically. They also buffed the DPM, they buffed the alpha damage on both HE and standard and premium round. On HE 515 up to 530, on standard round 420 up to 450, so significant alpha damage buff as well. So this tank's DPM was buffed in two different ways, more alpha damage and at the same time faster reload on the top of it, right? Engine power buffed by 50 horsepower and also 50 extra hit points. So if we take a look at the comparison to the 2.0's version and to the new Jäger's version, you can see that, yeah, it's a big improvement over here. Almost 400 extra DPM coming from the alpha and from the faster reload speed as well. Then dispersion, like this was absolutely disgusting dispersion on the move and hull rotation. You can see 0.30 for this type of vehicle. Which, how did they classify this? Sniper tank destroyer, right? It was disgusting. Also engine power, power to weight ratio better now, and extra hit points, right? So they did quite some key updates over here. I gave it a go, I played it a couple times. Yes, of course, you know, it feels better, like this is what is supposed to happen when they buff a vehicle. But still, the turret traverse angle limit being 30 degrees to the left, 30 degrees to the right, not having fully rotatable turret and quite limiting angle actually. Still, I don't know, it's not the most comfortable tank to play with, let's say. But if I played it with, let's say, rammer ventilation setup with food as well, 3600 DPM, you know, that is no joke actually. Also, dispersion, aka the accuracy, 0.23 with my setup and 1.41 second aim time. But, you know, of course, it is not like extremely fast because it has quite a big starting plume, you know. 7 degrees of compression, which is still nice. Or let's say not nice but respectable. You know, the gun stats, flat gun stats, yes, I cannot cry about that, but I don't know, for some reason it still felt kinda uncomfortable tank to play with. 268 penetration with AP round is solid, only premium tank for sure. 326 with premium APCR and 65 with high explosive round. That does or deals 530 damage. You know, this is new version of the Jäger. Definitely, I can say already, when I hated to play it at first, I didn't at least hate it anymore. So if you have it, or if you did pick it up from like years ago, then you might give it another try. Now, is it like they sell it in the bundle, in the Babylon bundle? Is it a must-have tank? No, still no, it is definitely not the must-have tank after all those buffs. This is just my humble opinion over here. So Jäger, yes, big improvement. If you have it already, you might want to give it a try. It can slap, let's put it this way. Now, next up, let's talk about another big improvement. And I was very surprised, actually very, very surprised to see how much they buffed the D44-100, ladies and gentlemen, because it was already many players kind of a go-to premium tank. Yes, the penetration was the only like lacking thing about this vehicle, but Wargaming decided to buff its dispersion on movement and on hull traverse by 17%, dispersion on turret traverse by 27%. On the top of that, they buffed the reload speed by 1 second. And yes, it also received penetration improvement, standard round from 190 up to 210. That 190 pen was, yeah, like maybe decent back in 2012, 2013 era. And also they buffed the Primo round as well a little bit. Not much, just a couple extra penetration points. So if I compare this tank before and after, you can see from 2086 up to 2406 extra DPM penetration over here, as I said, extra penetration, reload speed as well, of course. And look at this dispersion now. You know, it already had pretty damn good dispersion, right? It already had very good dispersion, but now it has even better, you know, even better. And this gun handling allowed me to just play it with max DPM, let's say. You know, it has many different equipment setups you can use on it. I was using a rammer, ventilation, and turbo just for maximum mobility and DPM. And with my setup, my DPM was 3063, which is not bad for a tier 8 premium medium tank, right? With a good gun handling as well. 1.66 second aim time, 0.30 dispersion. You know, the overall dispersion is not like out from this world, but it's solid. It's solid for this 250 alpha as well. Now the question is, like, they buffed Indian Panzer as well. Indian Panzer's alpha damage up to 300, like, which is better. Like, this is definitely more comfortable in more situations. The 44-100, and it was quite easy to get consistently high average damage games in it. So, you know, if you enjoyed it before, you are going to enjoy it way more. If you didn't enjoy it and you have it, like, this is one of the oldest premium tanks in the game, many players do have it, then you might give it a try. You know, why not? You might give it a try. So the 44-100 DPM, quite a big improvement over there. What else did they buff? They also buffed the Centurion 5-1 Rock, for example. They didn't do much to this vehicle, just a little bit extra DPM. Reload time buffed from 7.5 base reload down to 7 seconds. So, you know, just extra DPM. Everything else on the vehicles stays the same. This is the Centurion 5-1 Rock. Also, Primo, Victoria, and STRV 81 were also buffed. Well, because those are exactly the same vehicles. Primo Victoria is the Sabathon Special Edition vehicle. They just, you know, they are identical tanks. One is with a hard skin, one is not. And what they did on the Primo Victoria and STRV 81 is dispersion on turret traverse was buffed by 25%. And also reload speed buffed from 7.5 down to 6.6 seconds, and also engine power from 900 horsepower up to 950. Then they also had some minor buffs, improvements to Rambo and also to TIII, where Rambo, this is the tier 9 like M103 look-alike premium vehicle, premium heavy tank, engine power from 900 up to 950. That's it. They didn't touch anything else. And on TIII, they buffed the DPM slightly from 11 seconds down to 10.6 seconds. TIII is, I would say, one of the better tier 8 premium heavies in the game. This gun is just so freaking good, I would say so. In my humble opinion. And also there were some lower tier buffs happening. For example, we can see Lozheim for A2 Sherman. And that's DPM, or not DPM, but aiming time, penetration values, engine power was buffed, the D30 for shielded IS-2, KV-1SA also received some dispersion upgrades and also extra engine power, IS-2, vehicle durability, so a couple extra hit points over here, but also, where is this? Fury, yes, for example, Fury received way better dispersion, on the move, on hull rotation, then the overall accuracy improved on turret rotation by 33%. That is a big improvement. Dispersion after firing, and also aiming time from 2.3 seconds down to 1.8 seconds. That aim time improvement is giga good, right? On Fury. So if you have that, once again, might give it a go. Chaff buffed over here with the PM engine power, camouflage, same thing, and also the Panther, impossible for me to pronounce, also received an improvement. And when we were talking about this on the stream once, some people were saying, like, why did this tank need a buff? It was already very good. I'm not super familiar with this. I haven't played it for a very, very long time. But, you know, this is what they decided to do. Aim time, accuracy, traverse speed, and extra engine power as well. From 700 up to 820. You know, something to think about. Also, Cromwell B, gun depression from -8 down to -11 degrees. And gun elevation as well from 15 up to 20. Poodle received the same improvements, same type of improvements as the Panther, the Printage Panther, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it about the buffs and improvements to the premium vehicles in update 2.0.1. Some vehicles what you might want to take out for a spin. Some vehicles what you might not care about. Or if you see them more often now than ever, then now you know why. Anyway, let me know what you think about that. Which tank was your favorite in this list? And I hope it was informative and helpful. I catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. Take care and bye.